Justin, how did you feel seeing this photo of Rudy Giuliani, the architect of the RICO statute, going and turning himself in on RICO charges?
I mean, it's sad actually because I was originally from New York, and I saw New York City. Democrats ran that city for decades, and I saw it was a crime-ridden hellhole. It was terrible. Dinkins, all those Koch, they just ran that city into the ground, and it was terrible. It was really, really bad. And I saw Giuliani come in and clean it up, and his policies work. I saw him really do a great job for that city and really turn that place around. And and his policies were carried on by Bloomberg, which continue to have very positive effect. And now the city's gotten back to Democratic control, and it's fallen back into becoming a hellhole, crime-ridden headhole again. So he stands for me, always stood for the right and the right way to do things, and positivity and positive change and the rule of the law. And the fact that he's been arrested now on these charges is it's a really fall from grace. That's terrible,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have to agree for once with Justin on this. I actually lived on the East Coast for a while, and if you ever were in New York back then, New York City, I mean, my parents were afraid to go to New York at that time. I mean, it was like porn capital, strip clubs, every other store was selling pornos and porn magazines and porn theaters and strippers and muggers. And I have to say, he did clean up the city. I mean, now when you go to Broadway, you can't imagine how bad it was at that time. And he also put away a lot of high profile. I mean, all five heads of the mafia family were arrested and prosecuted under him. So, I mean, at one point, and then he had the whole 9/11 thing, which honestly, he was a hero during that time. I mean, he went right into where the disaster was. He was caught underground under the 9/11 towers. He had to find his way out of there, out of the below the towers. And I mean, I think at one point he could have been president. It's just really sad that he's allowed himself to get attached to this Trump, and I think it's just this whole thing has been a disaster. I think this is what he's going to be remembered for in the end. It is a fall from grace. It is sad.
Yeah, he was so distraught he didn't even put any of his hair dye in, his famous hair dye that you can see in this photo.